Welcome everybody, welcome. We're going to do a sound check right quick, make sure everything's coming in alright. Alright, I do hear my voice. I just need to make sure chat's up, connected, alright. Yeah. Let me shed a little bit more light on this situation. Welcome to the stream, everybody. We got a couple of quick, easy recipes for you. This will be food alchemy in 60 minutes or less is the theme that we try to stick to. Real simple on the ingredients. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wash my mittens off here real quick. And we'll read off the recipe. God, this guy won't let you quite do a half apron. I'm feeling kind of like a half apron today. Big or go home. That's why I want to say. I technically started this stream on time today. However, I did not get my ugly mug in front of the camera until 4:05. So thank you for being patient with me. Okay. So, that's the last thing. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to wipe off this cutting board here real quick. Still haven't gotten that spray bottle yet. So this hot chicken salad now, people might be like, hey, didn't you introduce me as yourself as a vegetarian? I'm like, yes. We're using a chicken substitute today. So this is a little bit harder to find. I actually couldn't find it at the regular grocery store. Went there first. Or the regular supermarket, so this is one of your Whole Foods, Natural Grocers, Trader Joe's type to buy. Whew, that was all sorts of bad. Whew. By the way, start the show. Reminds me of this one time. I was meeting a hairdresser for the first time, and this hairdresser pokes me right in the eye. And this was like, I was new to the state of Florida at the time. He felt so bad, because he was a new hairstylist too. So he couldn't believe he actually managed to poke me in the eye. And that's kind of how I feel right now. Of course, well, now we have an extra clean counter surface. That's what I get for moving so quickly. But that's also why I can show off all these lovely towels that I keep here. Now all I want to do, this one's wet. Just let that start air drying. get the chat back up. Good thing that's not the cutting board I bought. That can get fixed. That just had some really cheap glue. Wow. It's like a Friday the 13th or something. Cutting board handle, spill my water. Cutting board handle just flies off. My chat's disconnected. Whew, how many things? Hey, at least nothing's on fire. Alright. We are back. Let's try that again with the water. I'm also going to go ahead and wash my hands again because I was just coughing all over myself. So I've been having it in my mishaps. Hopefully you've been refreshing yourself with the ingredients that we have over on the side. I'm going to go over them both here on camera for you. So the first thing that we're going to be making is actually going to be getting our hot chicken salad ready. Now if you are a meat eater, you can go ahead and use real chicken for this if you'd like. Go ahead and just cook that separately. Follow in cooking instructions. You want to get chicken to, I believe, 165. We're going to be using this plant-based chicken substitute. I'll go ahead and read off this. So it's going to use a 3/4 cup of mayonnaise, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1 teaspoon of dry mustard, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of Worcestershire, a 1/4 teaspoon of hot pepper sauce, 1 4-ounce package of shredded cheese, or 1 cup of cheese, 3 cups of cut up cooked chicken. That's going to be, I believe, half this package. You're going to use 1.5 cup chopped celery. We're going to use 1 whole small stalk of celery. 1.5 cups fresh breadcrumbs and 1 cup chopped California walnuts. Then we're going to go ahead and read off the instructions as well. About 1 hour before serving, preheat oven to 350 degrees. In 1.5 quart casserole, mix first 6 ingredients. Stir in half of cheese and remaining ingredients. Bake 40 to 45 minutes. Sprinkle with remaining cheese and bake 3 to 5 minutes longer until cheese is melted. Makes 6 servings. Now, it should be noted that if you're using real chicken, that the chicken is already cooked. You can actually skip the cooking step. You don't have to for this because this is going to get plenty of cooking time in that 45 minutes. You won't have to worry about anything being raw inside these little chicken bits. So we can actually skip that step. However, if you do want to get it a little brown, I have in the past shown people that I would just get a little saute pan, and instead of cooking this oil to get it nice brown on it, you go ahead and you just use a little bit of water and it browns up fine. Second dish that we'll be making Stir in milk, salt, and mace. Add the onions and cook, stirring constantly until soup thickens slightly. Serve sprinkled with croutons. Makes about 6 cups or 8 first course servings. Alright. So that's all I need to do. There we go. And then I'll be right back as I flip over the camera view so we can get the rain in motion. Alright, the first thing I want to do is wash the celery. We're going to do the hot chicken salad portion first, just get that in the oven. Again, the cooking time for this is going to be 40 to 45 minutes. So we're going to actually be able to make our whole soup within that time. So we're going to go ahead and rinse off the stock here. Make sure when you're rinsing it off, you're actually rinsing off the dirt. I know some people now, they might be taking their steps. See how far the dirt, that's actually some bug there. That's how far in, that's how deep down. You gotta rinse all that out here. And then these right here, we're actually gonna pluck all these off and we're going to leave them on the side, and we're going to use this for our garnish. Also want about 3 pounds of white onion. I went with 2 pounds here. I'll be reducing my own recipe slightly, but I'm still going to be reading it off as this full 6 serving or 8 first course serving. I have already taken the steps to reduce mine. So about 3 pounds. Just make sure you try to weigh it on your scale. You might be able to find a 3-pound bag of onion, or it might be a 4-pound bag of onion. If you have a 4-pound bag of onion and you only need 3 pounds, just get 3/4 of that 4-pound bag. That's how you divide it up. Don't be scared of the math. Alright, now before I start chopping, I'm going to go ahead and get all my other ingredients measured out for this. So we're going to need our lemon juice, our mustard, salt, Worcestershire, hot pepper sauce, and mayonnaise. Alright, then I have this vegan Worcestershire sauce that I found in the same store. And then this is the bougie sriracha sauce that we are using as well. Use that for my hot sauce. Let's see, I also need to pull out walnuts. Put that right away. that's that. Salt and pepper, we got a mix for that. Perfect. Alright, now for the mayo. It was 3/4 cups of mayo. Let's see if I have a fancy 3. Nope, just a half cup. Are you a 3/4 cup? The world may never know what you are. Ran into the dishwasher. You also look like a half cup. Yep. Alright. So we'll eyeball it a little bit out of this cup here. It's nice to have a recipe like this in your arsenal here, just like for this Colonial soup as well. It'll help you get rid of your eggs and your milk. I know that some recipes work better with milk, or baking in particular, but there are substitutes that you are able to use if you're full vegan. I do use coconut milk and oat milk a lot. You'll hear me say all the time, clean as you go, sign of a pro. Alright, there's a 3/4 cup. Oh, I don't even want to guess where the measuring cups got put. That wasn't that hard to find. Not a tablespoon, just a tablespoon. It's a mad world, mad, mad world. Half a teaspoon, I guess that's what we're working with. I'm having no good luck today. Happens. I ain't scared. Alright. Teaspoon of salt. Teaspoon of dry mustard. There's a couple other recipes I'll use for the mustard, so don't you worry, I won't let this spice just sit there in your cabinet. If you're picking up some spiced coriander, it's another one that'll go a long way for you. Alright, 1.5 cups fresh breadcrumbs. Alright, there's all the breadcrumbs that we're going to need. Another, if you use that for your pastas, another way to make sure those breadcrumbs stay fresh on you. Just getting all my measurements done now instead of having to do it later. Alright. Probably need that next. And nutmeg. Those will be going away. Let's see. I won't need too big of a bowl for this one. I'd say this guy will do it. Alright. Okay, let's see here. 3 tablespoons of label juice coming up next. Tablespoon. Alright. Mustard, salt, hot pepper, and we just have to slice it back. Alright, and then we just need 4 ounces of shredded cheese. We got a lot of cheese to go through right now, so. Not as much as I thought. So we'll go ahead and slice out some cheddar. Actually, I'm going to use the rest of this Swiss from the last show here. This is going to make it taste a little different, but still delicious. And I'll use packaged cheese for the rest there. Okay. So we'll go ahead. Let's see. This is not going to be a big enough bowl for us. All right. Now let's see. Do I have to have the celery already? ahead and slice up the celery here real quick. Oops, that wasn't very professional of me. Oh, you know what? I'm being so dumb with this. I'm being so airy today, guys. I'm so sorry about that. Somebody put my knife through the dishwasher one too many times, and this was supposed to be a forever knife. Whoopsie daisies. Well, that's what happens when you abuse the dishwasher. I'm prone to do that. However, there's some things I do like to keep out of the dishwasher. Would be my box cheese grater, any sort of measuring cups. That way the labels don't fade on them over time. Cheese planers. And wine glasses. So you don't want these to be too big of slices. You're looking for a 1/4 inch. We're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to 350 degrees at this point. Alright, let's grate our cheese out real quick. a good aroma. What an epic soundtrack to be grating cheese to. It makes my life look like it's so exciting. Quite a bit of... You didn't think that much was going to come out of that, did you? Alright. Let's see, how much cheese did we need? 4 ounces or 1 cup? That's her 1 cup for sure right there. Wonderful. Okay. So, we got the ingredients all prepped for our chicken stock. We just actually have to get the chicken out. Yes, so... We're going to slide there real quick. Okay, sure. We're going to take the mayonnaise, the lemon juice, the dry mustard, the salt, Worcestershire, hot pepper sauce. We're going to stir it in, all those ingredients together. Breadcrumbs were not on that mix. On that initial mix. I am a fool. I am a fool. This is going to be one of those streams today. It's about time I just have a stream where everything possible just does not happen. Okay, so we're just going to have to bring out the big guns. It might be a little celery heavy, but that's okay. And half the cheese here. Alright, and the last thing that we needed to figure out is how much of this chicken was going to get used. That would have been bad. Should have rinsed those off. Alright, we needed 3 cups altogether. I wonder, I'm trying to remember why this feels so different from the last time that I was doing this. I think I halved this recipe, or maybe I didn't use as much chicken. Oh, I do have my 1 cup. You know what? I do think I have this recipe before, so there's 1 cup. Ha, 2 cup. Huh, I don't remember it working out that way the last time. And there's the oven hitting 350 right there. Or grab a little bit more of this cheese. Get that worked in there. Alright. Oh. No sir, I am not going to forget the walnuts. So we're going to get this, just crunch it in with our hands. We'll break it apart. We want to get tiny pieces. And since we didn't pre-cook this chicken substitute, I'm just making sure that there's no big chicken pieces. This product still requires to be brought to 160 degrees. Alright, here we go. I lost the chat there, sorry. I'll bring the chat back up here in just a second. There we go. Again, just wiping it down with a little bit of distilled white vinegar. So I just have to pull out some from the fridge and get it frosted. I'm not sure if it's just paper, but we're going to go ahead and not microwave it. Let's see, defrost. Let's look at the buttons. Do we... Okay, so it's only saying meats or poultries. Alright. Now we'll start working on that. That's right, I saw I was going to bring back up the chat. I apologize. So, the Colonial onion soup, we're going to take 3 tablespoons of butter. I'll start getting that, and we are going to start thinly sliced. Was I mixing up my recipe here? It only calls for 2 large onions. Where did I get 3 pounds from? You see what I mean, chat? I'm just losing my mind today. thinly sliced. I'm not doing anything too extraordinary. Oh my goodness, this knife is so ridiculously dull. And we're going to go ahead and set a timer for 40 minutes. My goodness. This is definitely one of those shows of like, woo, watch Robert do everything. But, oh man. I'm not going to burn it. Don't worry. I'm not so bad that the food's going to end up being burnt. But this is really funny to me, just how much I'm struggling with this today. I hope you guys are having fun too and stuff. Alright, one more to go. I haven't made the Colonial onion soup before. What I'm really interested about this is why doesn't this use the whole egg? It just very specifically is just the egg yolk. The egg yolk. So I don't know what that's going to do for the flavor, but we're going to find out. That's for sure. Alright. So we're going to go ahead. So yeah, okay, so I guess I am not reducing. You know, I think 6 cups of milk would actually fill this too high, so in the constant state of me doing absolutely everything. We're either gonna bring out this guy. However, I'm going to still. Oh my goodness, I can't even cook my onions, and I can I? Gosh darn it. Alright, well that's dripping in. We're going to go ahead and get our 2 egg yolks separated. When we're, this is a great skill to have if you are going to make any souffles. And you probably, if you're watching this show, you probably will be making some souffles. Okay. So, crazy stuff. Specifically just wants the egg yolk. It's nuts. Egg yolk. on your wash your hands. All right. All right. The rest of this is going to have to go away. And our little prep. Because somehow, I wonder if I wrote 3 onion on the recipe slide. Gosh darn it. These are big mistakes. If it is, I can't be doing that to folks. Oh my goodness. So we're going to put this out of 4 for medium low heat. Alright, we're going to leave these alone for a couple minutes. Is this a whole 6 cups of milk? Yep, this will definitely, you don't have no problem. No problem getting through a gallon of milk. Egg yolks. salt. Yes, it is. So crisp. That's kind of needed another couple minutes. Let's keep on cleaning up our mess. I'll be able to keep that out of the dishwasher. Most of my stuff I can keep out of the dishwasher. However, any stuff that was touching that egg, I'm definitely putting in the dishwasher there. I want to go ahead and put these two at 5 because they're just not crisping as quickly as I would like to. And we're on our way to a great, like a much more mellow, and we get down to the part where we'll just be waiting with a clean kitchen here pretty soon. Let's see. I got a little wet there, unfortunately. That onto our butter bowl there. Save that for later. Have the cheese that we need. Nutmeg away. There we go, now we're cooking. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Alright, watch me not make a mess. It's all about confidence. You can't do that slow. Now we're going to cook this. I want to put it up to a 6. We're going to be stirring it constantly until the soup thickens slightly. Pretty simple soup recipe there. This is going to be our garnish for it here on top. So celery garnish. You don't even really need to chop it up. It's already picked. Perfect, exactly how we'll want it. Just a little green to go on that white salad there. Simple and straightforward today on the recipes. Ain't nothing super complicated. So yeah, that definitely did it. This recipe for the onion soup, that 6 cup of milk. If you only needed a cup of milk for another recipe, let me tell you, this is the recipe to go for. It will eat up the rest of that quart of milk that you have for sure. I'm just going to take a quick little peek and see how chicken salad's coming along. It's looking pretty yummy. Big old healthy serving there. Okay, it has about 20 more minutes to cook there. Now, if this gets to a boil, you've gone too far. Not trying to boil it. It's just before a good simmer. Remember, we did throw an egg yolk into this bad boy here. And we're cooking it until it thickens slightly. You'll be familiar with that the more that you stir it. Now yeah, we'll just coast on in. Already, the kitchen's already almost taken care of everything. Most of the stuff is drying now at this point. than I wanted it to be. Let's see. Ooh, nice. You know, gosh, I wonder if it would be too taboo to throw like some. You know what? You don't even have to throw in chicken stock. You could just mix the chicken bouillon cube with the milk. I don't know if that's taboo or not. Something I was thinking about for the hot chicken salad is that if it comes out too dry on us, I'd probably change it so it's a whole cup of mayo instead of a 3/4 cup. The reason why it might be coming out drier on you if you use the chicken substitute is because the chicken substitute isn't as wet as the cooked chicken. It's close, but I don't think it was quite there. It's getting closer to that temperature. It took a while for that cold milk to heat up, but now I'm just making sure to stir constantly. Now that we're working with the appropriate temperature. So this stirring constantly is going to help keep it from not boiling. It's going to get as hot as possible, giving it a great nice mix. It's getting close, it really wants to. This is, I'm definitely going to be working, this is a hot soup with a hot salad. But I'm definitely going to be working on more cold soup recipes to enjoying this hot weather. got 16 minutes left before that hot chicken salad comes out. The ingredients that we threw in on here were milk, 2 egg yolks, 2 onions, 6 cups of milk, and a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg or mace. Never thought and then I maced the soup. Never thought I'd be working with mace, but I found this out of one of the older cookbooks. I really like how this old cookbook is worded too. Some of these newer cookbooks, the way they word things is just odd. So on the slides, I'm going to go ahead and bring up the slides while we're waiting here. Alright, this soup is getting really close, I can see it. Now if you're not stirring this soup enough, you'll have film that'll start developing up on the top. I'll let this go about 3 more minutes and then I'll call it good. I'm going to be stirring it constantly in this last 3 minutes. As I pull this off the heat, I'll go ahead and check the hot chicken salad. I'll probably go ahead and put on the topping. The last of that cheese topping there. This is getting a nice resistance here. I'm liking this. I wanted to get it a little bit on the thicker side here. Go ahead and pull that off the heat. has 10 more minutes to go, but we're gonna sprinkle on the last remaining bit of cheese here. Back in it goes. For about 5 minutes. Alright, this soup is ready to be served. I can't wait to try some of this here. And I have a bowl already set aside. Alright. Alright, and it says to serve topped with croutons. Let's see if I have any flying around here. I think it's a no-go on the croutons, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll have to try this la au naturel. I do recommend the big spoon. Alright. I'm curious. The only seasoning that was really in here was salt and nutmeg. I'm just really wondering, I'm like, that's a lot of milk, you know, this is more milk than I usually do. Let's see. I really like that. I was worried that the onions weren't going to be cooked enough, but only cooking them for that 2 or 3 minutes. Ours had to be a little bit longer. It's because we had to improvise a little bit. The onion, that makes it really refreshing. I see how the croutons would mix so well with this. So if you have just dry bread hanging around, this would serve great. This would go great with old bread. Pretty delish. Man, oh man. That's definitely gonna hit the spot there. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, that's delicious. So this is enough soup here for 6 people. This recipe that we got up on the board here. And now all we're waiting for is for the hot chicken salad to come out. Now this hot chicken salad that's coming out is great because if you like sandwiches, you can make yourself a little melt with this later. Any leftovers, instead of just having it on a salad, you can double up on your bread there. This is great. Now I know. Now I could taste. Now, when I'm trying other people's recipes, when they put in some nutmeg, I'll be like, oh, do I detect some nutmeg? Quite, yeah, sure. I know you guys are ready to see this bad boy. Ooh yeah, hot chicken salad. Let's see. Now, hot chicken salad for you folks. Now for this one, you might be tempted on skipping out on the walnut. Like, oh, I don't have the walnut. I highly recommend that you get you some walnuts. Now, you don't have to buy walnuts too often. I keep them here, if you saw me, just in an airtight jar. I have walnuts, popcorn, and these, I believe, are pecans. Yep. So they're nice to have just as a snack around the house. And then when you need them, use them. Definitely we'll have to make a pecan pie at some point. That is also delish. Alright. And then wherever you want to throw your color at when you're serving your soup. It's a little. It's not even really that necessary though. I bet this will change the flavor too much. Let's see. If you throw it in with the onion soup, it overpowers the nutmeg. It does kind of accent the nutmeg though after you kind of get past that garnish bite. But if you stirred it in and you had celery leaving every bite, I think this would change the soup too much. I definitely throw the celery in with the hot chicken salad. If you want to know just how good this soup is, we're going for seconds and I haven't even finished my bowl yet. This is definitely one of those recipes that would feed an army. The chicken, I like the hot chicken salad because chicken is relatively inexpensive. And even though we were about a cup short, we only used 2 cups of the pre-cooked, but we had a little bit more celery. Worked out just fine. Great mix. Even though we were a little short, worked out just fine. And also, if you're seeing it, I'll have to double check myself. We only used 2 onions. 2 large white onions for this recipe. I might have accidentally put 3 pounds. I don't know how I got 3 pounds in my head, but somehow I got 3 pounds in my head. Wonderful. I really like how that came out. I have chicken salad for days, which is great. I'll definitely get at this multiple times. Oh. And you know what that soup is? So something about this soup is that milk, I don't have a ton of milk in my diet, a bit of cheese, yes. This is definitely going to help me sit down. This is going to put me to bed like a glass of warm milk. Because that's basically what it is. Oh my goodness, I am fading fast on the camera. Almost, you know? Oh, that's funny. Definitely a fan of the nutmeg. It makes, I'm surprised the white onion is known to have more like a sharp onion taste to it, but it's like a refreshing onion to bite into. It's like that nice little surprise there. And I wouldn't add anything to this. This just needs to be onion, egg, milk soup with nutmeg. Just keep it nice and simple. Anything else, even adding that little bit of celery, it throws off the balance of what it is. This goes great with dry bread. Fantastic. If you're wondering about this chicken substitute, like, well, how does the chicken substitute taste? Well, let me tell you, if I were to give this to you, and you were a meat eater, and you love chicken, I bet you wouldn't even know that this isn't chicken. Because there's so much going on in here. Consistency of the chicken feels matched because it's surrounded with this walnut and this breadcrumb. You know what? I'm actually really happy that I didn't have the breadcrumb, because this kind of feels like it Now my favorite thing to do though, something that is I'll mix it all together. And it's like I have a whole second meal now. Now I have some chicken onion soup. Oh my goodness. That was an eyebrow. Totally changes up the flavor. Oof. Oh my goodness. That warms you up, fills you up on the inside. And now it tastes like a completely new soup. That's a fun way to be able to kind of experiment with flavors. Oh my goodness. So good. Whew. My apologies throughout this stream. I was a little bit quieter than I usually am. I did run around and take care of a lot of errands today. I'm not trying to make that an excuse. It was also just at the start of the show. Like, things were going wrong 6 ways to Sunday. But dinner is served. We made it. Oh my goodness. Did we make it? You know soup is good when you slurp it up. So I'm going to get this moved over to the fridge as quickly as possible. I'm going to actually see. We have an ice pack. So I'm going to show you a little trick. This is going to be food safety. Now this is an ice pack, but what I'm going to do is that it was in the freezer. It's pretty clean, but I'm going to completely clean it off real quick. I'm actually going to use this food safe biodegreaser. I'm also going to rinse it off as well because this is cold, so what I just sprayed on it could freeze on it. So we don't want, like, even though it's food safe. I had to wash it off extra because I haven't used it for something like this before in a little while. Ice pack in there. Now you want to make sure that you're not using, it's best to find ice packs that are meant to be used for this. I'm not sure because they make stuff out, like people just sometimes would never think like you want to put an ice pack into your soup, and I'm like, yes. And they're like, but why? I'm like, so it cools it down rapidly. Because the volume in here, even if the outside's cool off really rapidly, this soup is just going to be too warm for too long. It's still really hot to the touch as well. I'm going to move it totally off the stove top. And this as well. This is one of the ways that you just keep your food fresh. is that I'm waiting for it to cool down. When it's cool enough, when I saran wrap it, I just get it moved over in the fridge. So, if I was serving more people, I'd dish out everyone's servings. It might be left out enough time for people to get seconds, but I'll try to portion it with what they're going to get, you know. And then get all the rest of the food put away. I don't imagine that they make ice packs with the plastic that would leach the cancer-causing chemicals into it. I also did not put, if you're really worried about it, just don't put, and also don't put an ice pack into boiling soup. Wait for it to cool off a little bit. That way, you know, you're not reaching the 140 degrees that the plastic might start becoming compromised at. I'm also leaving the lid off of this as well. How quickly would you want this to cool down? Well, you want to actually have this be completely cooled down in under an hour. Now, this is what restaurant works do, except their ice packs are about this long. They're cylinder. And they got handles on it sometimes, because their soup pots are cauldrons. And they need to cool all that soup down, so they'll take two big suck down in there, cool it down rapidly. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and keep that lid tucked. And what I like to do when something's still warm is I put it in the fridge, but I have a hot pad underneath it. I'll leave that hot pad in there. And also, I just want to show that when I'm putting this in there, that the bottom of the pot is cool enough where I can keep my hand on it. Now, I do have what the industry refers to as cooked hands, but let this be a guide for you. It shouldn't be too hot to the touch. It's still warm, but it's not going to melt the plastic in the fridge. Don't do that, please. Again, this is actually cool enough. It's still a little warm on the bottom. We're going to put another hot pad on the bottom of it. And into the fridge it goes. That pretty much wraps it up for this episode. Colonial onion soup and a hot chicken salad. The perk of the onion salad being that if you need a bunch of milk that you need to get rid of, there's another recipe that we'll be doing in the future, except it takes about an hour and a half. So it's longer than the 6 alchemy in 60 minutes even would allow. So I haven't done that one yet. But it's a layer of milks and potatoes and milks and potatoes. Thank you everyone for coming by through the stream. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up because we got everything taken care of. Thank you so much for checking this out. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you supporting the small stream. We're going to be back on Sunday for the Drunken Botanist episode. We'll just be hanging out, just chatting. It'll be just a chatting stream. We'll have the next cooking show will be happening on Wednesday for you all. Where we'll have a 30 alchemy in 30 minutes or less. Thank you all so much for hanging out. I'll see you all next time, okay? Thank you very much.